Alright, welcome to today's lesson on managerial skills and roles. Now we all know that managers today tend to work long hours at a very intense pace. They tend to work on jobs in a fragmented or varied manner, so they focus on one task and then they may get interrupted to do another task, to another task, to another task. But the majority of the work is focused on interpersonal relationships within the office. But how do we measure exactly what it is that managers do? How can we keep track of the specific job requirements for managers in today's workplace? Well, we do that by breaking down their job into 4 specific categories: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. And throughout the day, all managers, regardless of the level they're at or the type of management they're doing, whether it's line or staff, they will all be focusing on all 4 of those processes. They'll be doing it from one to the other and jumping tasks all over the place, but they will do all those different areas. So we've got planning. Planning is the setting performance objectives and deciding how to achieve them. This is where the manager will create mission statements or a company vision. They might do some strategic planning here or some budgeting, that kind of a task. We've got organizing, where managers will be arranging tasks, people, and other resources to accomplish the work. This is specifically where they create job specifications or job definitions. They might assign personnel to various tasks within the company or assigning the resources to those various areas, and so on. We've got leading, where the manager is going to be inspiring people to work hard to achieve a high performance. They're going to be motivating, communicating with their employees, creating teams or project groups. And then we've got controlling, measuring performance and taking action to ensure desired results. This is where we're going to be doing some of our performance evaluations of our employees, maybe doing some troubleshooting of issues in areas that pop up. But those are the 4 different overall areas of work. Now there's this guy named Mintzberg who's a professional manager. He's a professor of management at McGill. He's an internationally renowned business management theorist, and he's contributed many ideas to the modern management theory. Specifically, he's looked into what managers do. And he decided to create 10 roles that managers fulfill on the job, and has divided them into 3 specific categories. These overall categories are the interpersonal roles, informational roles, and decisional roles. Interpersonal roles basically focus on how a manager interacts with other people within and outside of the company. So you could be acting as a figurehead. A figurehead is somebody who is modeling key principles and policies for the employees within the company. We've got a leader who is going to be providing direction and enthusiasm for their employees, making them motivated to work as hard as they can. And finally, we've got liaison, where you're tasked with coordinating with other individuals within and outside the company, making sure they're all on the same page. Informational roles consist of how a manager exchanges and processes information. So you could be doing a monitor, where you're scanning or analyzing your company, trying to gather information for your company. You could be a disseminator, where you're going to be giving instruction or giving direction to the other employees of your company. Or you could be acting as a spokesperson, where you're going to be the official communicator, the face of your company to the outside world. Finally, managers will do decisional roles, or how a manager uses information in decision making. Here you could be acting as an entrepreneur, where you're taking the company into new initiatives and new projects. You could be a disturbance handler, where you're dealing with problems and conflicts as they arise. A resource allocator, where you're handling budgets and distributing resources. Or a negotiator, where you're making deals and agreements with other companies or within your company. Now we all know that a position in management is known for being constantly presented with problems of others as they arise. You're working with people and helping them to solve their problems. Specifically in today's environment, where we have the employees being valued and managers are there just to support them. But these decisions often need to be made quickly and with little time to reflect on them. And as a result, a manager's day-to-day job is characterized by uncertainty, interruption, problem solving, and constant change. This results in managers having to have a variety of skills. Now, Harvard scholar Robert L. Katz has classified these skills into 3 categories. There are conceptual skills, or analytical skills, and these lead to effective decision making. It's your ability to think analytically and achieve integrative problem solving. So in school, we might term this as your critical thinking skills. Your ability to break problems into smaller parts and see the relationships between each of those parts. Also looking at problems and being able to recognize any implications of these issues as they might apply to the entire company as a whole. The second type of skill a good manager must have are human or interpersonal skills. This is your ability to work well in cooperation with other people in the company. You need to be able to engage in a positive manager. People who have good human skills or interpersonal skills often have a high level of self-awareness, and they have the capacity to empathize with other people. And finally, we have technical skills, or your ability to apply expertise and perform a special task with proficiency. This might be an example of doing the accounting within a company, or market research, or being a systems analyst. Essentially, these are the skills that a manager might have through formal training or job experience, helping them to do that technical task within their department. That's it. That's all we have for today. We'll see you in class tomorrow where we can practice what we've learned.